5 ways to disarm the narcissist. Have you ever felt like you were walking on eggshells around someone? Like no matter what you did, they found a way to criticize, belittle, or blow things out of proportion. Chances are you were dealing with a narcissist, those self-absorbed drama queens who think the world revolves around them. Well, buckle up folks, because in this video, we are going to dive deep into the twisted mind of the narcissist and learn 5 powerful ways to put them in their place. Because let's be honest, living with a narcissist is like having a tickling time bomb in your household. You never know when they'll go off. With over 26 years of experience as a marriage counselor, I can't just rely on textbooks alone. That's why I keep exploring new and effective ways to disarm the narcissist. Strategies that could potentially work for you in your specific situation. We have covered some different techniques before in a previous video titled Disarm a Narcissist, 10 stoic phrases to outsmart them. The link to that video is in the description below if you want to check it out. But today we are diving into 5 different powerful methods to shut down the narcissist mind games and regain control. So get ready to take some notes, because by the end of this, you will be armed with the tools you need to disarm even the most insufferable narcissists. Let's get started. 1. The blink technique. Yes. The classic narcissist move, yelling, screaming, and turning a tiny issue into the World War III. It's like they have a sixth sense for drama. But here's a surefire way to throw them completely off their game. The blink technique. Next time Lord Drampens tries to suck you into their chaos vortex, just stare at them with a blank expression and blink slowly 5 times. That's it. Don't say a word. Just blink like a deer caught in the headlights. This sudden lack of reaction will confuse the heck out of them. After all, narcissists are like hungry lions. They want you to fight back so they can pounce. By blinking blankly, you are basically serving them a big old plate of nothing to feed on. Cue the narcissist meltdown. They'll probably call you weird, maybe throw a childish insult your way. But stay strong. You don't owe them an explanation or a reaction. Just walk away from the nonsense and give yourself a pat on the back for keeping your cool. Number 2, gray rock method. Speaking of not reacting, let's talk about the gray rock method. Dealing with a narcissist like dealing with a petulant toddler. The more attention you give their antics, the more they'll act out. So why not become the most boring, unreactive person on the planet? Yeah, I'm talking about turning yourself into a gray rock, bland, emotionless, and providing as little fuse as possible for their dramatics. When they try to pick a fight or have one of their signature rage moments, respond with icy calm or change the subject entirely. Narcissists are like dogs chasing cars. They'll soon get bored if the car you refuses to engage. For example, let's say the narcissist in your life is your coworker who loves to nitpick your work and makes snide remarks. When they come storming up ranting about your latest mistake, simply look at them with zero emotion and say, okay, I'll take another look at that. And nothing more. Do. The lack of drama and attention will drive them crazy, but that's the beauty of it. They'll eventually get the hint that you are not going to dance to their tune anymore. Number 3, expose but beware. Now, while deflecting or tuning out a narcissist's antics can work wonders, there may come a time when you need to take things a step further. Exposure. Yep, I'm talking about pulling back the curtain and shining a big old spotlight on their BS. For the extremely toxic ones, exposing their manipulative tactics and false narratives can be a powerful way to disarm them. Just be warned, this is not a strategy for the faint of heart. Narcissists rely heavily on being able to spin lies and illusion to get what they want. So when you start poking holes in that facade by counter-arguing with facts, it puts them on extremely shaky ground. But get ready, because boy, Kristen will not take this lightly. For example, let's say the narcissist is your mother-in-law who constantly plays the victim, twisting stories to make it seem like your spouse is the root of all evil. One way to disarm her could be collecting evidence that disproves her tale and then presenting it calmly and firmly to the rest of the family. Of course, this is a high-risk maneuver, as you are essentially threatening the narcissist's very existence. Expect extreme backlash, gaslighting, and them trying to turn things against you. Only attempt this if you are ready for an all-out war. 4. Build a united front. They say there's a strength in numbers, and that's definitely true when dealing with a narcissist. These sharks can really pull off their manipulative games when they have isolated you from others. That's why building a united front of supporters who understand the narcissist's true nature is crucial. I'm talking family, friends, co-worker, basically anyone else who has been a victim of the narcissist's mind game. When you have a tight circle around you who can calmly reinforce reality and provide a healthier perspective, it creates an environment where the narcissist version of events holds no weight. Suddenly, their usual tactics of lying, deflecting blame, and playing the victim just don't work anymore. Let's say the narcissist in your world is an overbearing boss who rules through fear and intimidation. By getting co-workers on the same page about calling out bad behavior, documenting incidents properly, and supporting each other's complaints, you essentially render the narcissist powerless over any one individual. Just be warned, narcissists are terribly threatened by not having total control. So expect a lashing out and escalation of bad behavior when you start to unite people against them. Have a plan to maintain solidarity. 5. Starve the narcissist. At the end of the day, what a narcissist wants more than anything is attention and adulation. These drama queens are like emotionally needy vampires. They need constant supply of praise and ego stroking to feel alive. Well, here's the golden key to disarming them. Give them absolutely none of that. That's right, starve them of every ounce of admiration, engagement, and importance they so desperately crave. Any tiny bit of fuel you provide, fighting with them, focusing on them, trying to get them to see a reason, is like serving them a delicious plate of supply. So stop feeding the monster. Instead, put your energy into surrounding yourself with healthier people and activities that truly give you fulfillment. Cut off as much personal contact with the narcissist as possible and brutal redirect conversations away from anything about them. For example, let's say the narcissist is your own brother who just loves to rehash and embellish stories about his glory days in high school. Shut it down with, yeah, okay, and immediately change the subject, or just opt out of those conversations entirely by physically removing yourself. The point is, you want to make the narcissist realize they hold zero significance or power in your life. It may not change them, but it will definitely force new, less toxic patterns in how you interact. You hold the control. There you have it, folks. 5 super effective ways to diffuse and disarm even the most explosive narcissists. From going full-on grey rock, to starving their need for attention, to banding together against their twisted games. These strategies put you in the driver's seat. Of course, none of these are an overnight cure-all for the special breed of chaos that narcissist brings. They are always going to be the narcissist, plain and simple. But by steadily Implementing these disarming tactics, you can certainly regain your power and peace of mind. The bottom line, don't play their game anymore. Stop trading on eggshells around these toxic drama queens. You deserve better than to be someone's perpetual supply of attention and ego stroking. So keep practicing the art of narcissist disarmament. Because the only way self-absorbed drama royalty like them can keep their crown is if you willingly subscribe to their channel of nonsense. It's time to change the channel of that noise. If you're watching this and finding yourself nodding along, then you have probably had the immense pleasure of dealing with a narcissist or two in your life. The constant mind games, verbal abuse, and just the utter drama they stir up can really take a toll. That's why I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel. I'm committed to providing you with more empowering videos on how to disarm these toxic behavior patterns and keep yourself from being the next victim. Hit that subscribe button and keep learning. Hope these 5 disarming strategies provide you with useful tools to implement. But remember, becoming strong and empowered in the face of narcissist tactic is a journey. The more knowledge and technique you arm yourself with, the better equipped you will be. I also want to recommend checking out my previous video on how to beat narcissists at their own game. 13 effective strategies to cope, deal, and disarm. The link is in the description below. Those additional 13 steps can really help shore up any gaps left after applying these 5 methods. I'm really curious to hear from you all. Which of these narcissist disarming approaches have you already tried? What was their reaction? Are you feeling more confident in implementing them now? Is there one strategy in particular that has been effective for you and made a positive difference? Don't hesitate to share your experience in the comments. We are all in this together, and by supporting each other, we can heal faster from these toxic situations. I truly believe in your ability to reclaim your power and live free from a narcissist manipulation. So keep watching, keep learning, and keep progressing on this journey. I believe in you. Thank you.